fuck, it's been a while for my second channel for a fucking while, damn. I haven't finished an anime or anything like that. Right now I'm watching Tower of Gods and a bunch of other shit that I'm about to get into. So let's start explaining or breaking this stuff down. Number uno, I just finished up a series that I was starting when I was in school. So I was watching this anime about this girl who lost an eye and a leg. And she had a boyfriend who basically can die and basically make any possibility come true for the future. And he also has a sister that looks like a fucking titan. But however, her back is nice. So it's fucking weird. I gotta say that anime was pretty good and I really liked it. How it ended, how it began. From beginning to the end, it was more along the lines of Death Note, but when Death Note got away from being super smart and then all this bullshit happens with rockets and helicopters and the mafia and L's successor. So you get the point. So it moved fairly quickly, and it never felt like it was going to continue to where it felt stupid, and it ended in a great place. That's what I gotta say. So yeah, I finished Death Note, but I'm gonna get around to it. Another anime, the Eighth Sun. I said before was gonna hit a wall at some point. It looks like it's not hitting the wall that I thought it would hit, but sooner or later we might see that. I don't know, but hey, listen, it ignored my condition, so what the fuck do I know? Then I watched this anime about this girl being reincarnated into this game that she was playing, which is really scary. Imagine you being reincarnated into the last game you were playing. Anyways, that anime is super fun. She was a spoiled brat at first. That's gross. You can't see that, but they're peeing on the window. And they burst open glass by peeing on the window. That guy got a big dick, though. I can't show any of that. Anyways, it's called 12 or 12, but we don't know what it is. Anyways, so continuing what I left off. So, for that anime wasn't gonna hit a wall no matter what. But I hope the ending is going to be fantastic, and I hope the payoff is really great. Because you have all these different characters. You have her best friend being reincarnated into the same game that her friend was reincarnated in. And it's like, in Asia, I don't want to say anyone's a bad driver because I don't want to be racist, but in Asia, there seems to be a whole lot of people getting hit by cars, or there's not a whole lot of car crashes, but there seems to be a whole lot of people getting hit by cars, if you get my point. Like, you got people being hit by trucks, I mean, people jumping off buildings, that's fine and all, but I've never seen that many people being hit by cars in America. If you are on the crosswalk and you're just crossing the road, then good. But if you're jaywalking, then screw you. You deserve to fucking die. But it's like in America, you will never almost hit a person. You would end up in a car crash, but other than that. Anyways, moving on from whatever the fuck that was. So, let's keep going down the list here. What else was I? I'm watching Ghost Stories again, which is a fantastic anime, very funny. I tried getting back into Mob Psycho, but can't really afford that. I can't really pay for that, so you get the point. That's creepy. Anyways, continuing. I'm trying to fucking remember all these animes that I watched this week. There was one in particular. I was watching Ghost Stories. What else was I watching? Death Note. I totally forget. Oh yeah, I was also watching this one anime. The fuck. The fuck. Anyways, I was watching this one anime. Anyway, I was watching this one anime, right? So this one anime that I was watching was this a simple anime, and then they got into all this pervy shit, which I love whenever anime goes into some pervy territory, but sometimes it just goes so far where it's just like you're no longer being pervy and funny, you're just being pervy. Like, listen, there's being pervy in a good way, and then there's being pervy in a bad way. You see in Konosuba, see, that's pervy in the good way because it's fucking funny. You see, what's it called? Interspecies Reviewer? That is funny as shit. And it's not pervy in a bad way at all, but I go to Urara, and then I see this shit, and it's like, this is extremely pervy in a bad way. And there's like other animes that do it so well with overarching stories, but it's not always extremely pervy. You got a couple of episodes being pervy here and there, but it's not always pervy. But Unara, I swear to God, every single episode either has to have some kind of shot that I don't want to see, and it's bad. And this one anime didn't really do it that well. You got this kid who was reincarnated, so this pervy monk dies, and this kid gets this pervy monk soul, and so every time he sees a girl in her, what in or her titties out or whatever, he becomes unlocks this old monk's power, and then exercise the ghost or whatever. And it's like, okay, that's a really cool concept, but it would be even better if every single episode didn't have a titty shot or an ass shot or a vagina shot every second or so. I swear to God. And the message in this show doesn't make any sense. You have this one pervy ghost who was going to high school, and he ends up dying, and then he comes back and starts stealing girls' panties, and it's like, alright, what are you going to do with this concept? And it goes nowhere. It goes absolutely nowhere, and then he comes back anyways after they exorcise him. And I'm standing here like, what the fuck was the point of that? Excuse me? And then you have another girl who uses her perviness to get power from this pervy monk, and then it goes nowhere again. And you're like, okay, that made zero sense. I would like more context, but too late. That was last episode. It's over. And you get no character development. There was this like whole love triangle or this love story going on with the guy and this other girl, but it goes nowhere. Uh, okay, and then you have these Power Rangers who die, and they get one last show, and it was that was good. Like, I don't care how much perviness was in that. That was good. Like, there is some character development which is good, and after that's done, it goes straight back to the perviness, and it's pervy in a bad way. You have all these cool characters with all these different backgrounds and story arcs, and then it just becomes this absolute perviness that it just becomes nasty afterwards. And then they all get their powers. Like, they all know how to use their powers afterwards. And I'm standing like here like, okay, we didn't get any other backstories except, oh, these dogs want to fuck this girl. And I'm standing here like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? There's this demon that follows this girl. Alright, what's nothing? Alright, moving on. There's this master who's doing blah blah blah. Her sister has to take care of this other sister. You get the point. And none of them go anywhere. Sometimes it's good, and then other times it's just like, what the absolute fuck am I watching? So, it's perviness in a bad way, if you have seen it. So anyway, to make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and always remember to be cool. When you're doing perviness in an anime, make sure you try to make it funny, or at least compelling enough where I care about it. Not this, oh, here's a nipple, here's an ass. Every fucking minute or second it goes nowhere. What the fuck?